I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you are looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh Bashim Shai Barakatham to the hopefully elect. I just played that clip, man. I just thought it was rather funny, because here it is, being at Esau. All right, he knows. Pretty much put it like this, man, because Esau, when it comes to these scriptures, man, they know these scriptures. They know about certain prophecies and things of that nature. And one thing they know for sure is the fact that our Lord Yahushai he's coming back to pretty much take them out of power. All right, Esau knows this, and I just wanted to, play that clip real quick because it was just rather funny because, again, with that being said, Esau knowing that, Yahushai, he's soon coming to, take these devils out of power. I'm gonna just play this clip real quick. All right, you see the title there. It says Amazon founder Jeff Bezos plans to travel to space. All right, now I'm gonna just play this clip real quick.
Amazon founder Jeff Bezos has announced he's heading to space with his brother next month on the first manned flight launched by his rocket firm Blue Origin. They'll join whoever wins the auction for a seat on the New Shepard spacecraft on July 20th. The world's richest man says he's dreamed of going to space since he was 5. Blue Origin is facing stiff competition from Elon Musk's SpaceX. Richard Wirtz is a professor of aerospace engineering at the University of California at Los Angeles and directs its Plasma and Space Propulsion Lab. He's joining us from Los Angeles. Thanks for your time with us. How big a deal is this?
It's not really a big deal from the sense of aerospace technologies or launch vehicles. This is really about just commercial space flight for wealthy people that would like to launch into, say, it's really a high altitude. You're not launching into orbit. So it's not really a big deal because you're really just launching to a high altitude and then coming back to Earth.
Right, and we understand that Bezos won't be in space for that long, just about 11 minutes. So is that what you're referring to?
Yeah. So he'll be just in space for 11 minutes. Basically, he's going up to about 100 kilometers. And then he'll just come back down.
Pretty much, like I said, this guy Jeff Bezos planning to head into space, and basically, this is something that, like they kind of mentioned, for basically the rich elites, of this world, but you got to ask yourself, all right, because basically, man, like I said, knowing that Esau knows that basically, man, this place is going to be destroyed, all right. They're basically prepping to get the hell out of Dodge. That's basically what this is all about, all right, because they know the destruction is coming, but according to prophecy, man, they won't be able to escape the destruction, all right, no matter where they go, all right, no matter where they try to hide, all right, no matter where they go, man, you won't be able to escape the destruction of Yahweh Shem Shai. And I'm gonna read this in Amos chapter 5 and verse. I'll start at verse 18. It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh! To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh is darkness and not light." All right, and the day of Yahweh Shem Shai Again, more so that, because it's a day of destruction. It's a day of the wrath of Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right. And when you read on in verse 19, it says, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. All right. So basically, when this day comes, imagine, like the scripture just read here, imagine running from a lion. You escape from a lion just to run into a bear. All right. And you escape from a bear just to run into a house. Just picture running from a lion, then running from a bear. You can imagine, being tired and worn out and whatnot, running into a house. You're all tired, you're all leaning on the wall just to be bit by a serpent. So you see, and that's the moral being, that you can't escape judgment, no matter where you go. All right, no matter how high up in the heavens. All right, because they got these different what do you call it, damn, I forgot what they're called, but basically like these because like you got underwater hotels, right? You got bunkers underground. I believe they call them damn, I forgot what they're called. I think they're called, damn, but basically they're underground bunkers. All right. And it's the same thing for, in the heavens. They got, basically, Esau has contingency plans for the great day of Yahweh Shemel Shai, which again is going to be a day of judgment. It's going to be a day of wrath. And Esau, this is why he has these programs and these contingency plans to basically try to escape the wrath of Yahweh Shemel Shai. This is what all this is about. All right, because like I said here, they got this, for the rich elites. All right, this is something planned for, the rich and the wealthy. Why? Because again, to try and escape the wrath of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And that's why I played the clip, in the beginning with Liam Neeson. Because no matter where you go, man, you're gonna get sought out. All right, we're gonna find you. Because hey, when that day comes, well, before I jump the gun, I'm gonna jump over to Amos, the same book, chapter 9 and verse 2. Says, though they dig into hell, thence shall mine hand take them. And who's this hand basically talking about? It's talking about the elect. All right, because let me go ahead and get it real quick. Jeremiah 16. Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 16, it says, behold, I will send for many fishers. And you see, again, because, as it's often been said, as of right now, man, we're in fishing season, all right? And what are we doing? What are all these shows about? What's the whole point of going out there on the highways and the byways to teach? All right, it's mainly for the elect, all right? And that's who we're fishing for, and that's who this message is for. That's who we're, seeking out, the elect, all right? Because 2/3 of our own people, they're not going to make it, as it's prophesied. 2/3, they're not going to make it. So it's not about them. But nevertheless, part of teaching and whatnot, is to pretty much, tell these nations their destruction, as well as these 2/3, they're going to be destroyed, but mainly for the elect, man. All right. That's what this is all about, and this is who this is all for. This is for the elect. So right now we're in fishing season. All right. We're fishing out the elect. And believe it or not, man, hey, the elect are waking up at a rapid rate, if they're not already sealed. All right, because some brothers do believe, and I myself, I tend to be on this side of just thinking that the elect, they could possibly already be sealed. It's just the refining process. The Lord could be refining the elect right now. But on the flip side, on the other hand, the elect, they could not be sealed. They're still being, sealed up. But whatever the case may be, all right, nevertheless, we're in fishing season, and we're fishing for the elect, all right? And it's, when you read on, it says, and they shall fish them. Again, talking about the elect. And then reading on, it says, and after will I send, because once the elect are sealed, all right, and And this is why these prophecies are picking up so quickly. All right, a lot of things are speeding up. You know, like I always say, man, it's so hard to keep up with everything that's going on. It's difficult. It's almost impossible to keep up with everything that's going on because there's so much going on right now. All right. But again, you know, because hey, once the elect, the more they wake up, all right, the closer we're going to get to that time, and the closer things are going to speed up. All right. When Revelation 13, 16, and 17 comes around, all right, you know, and that thing is mandated, all right, things are going to even speed up even more, you know, because the Lord said he was going to speed up the time. He was going to speed up these times for the sake of the elect. All right. You know, because again, it's all about the elect. All right. So once this takes place, man, and all hell really starts breaking loose out here, all right, it's going to be pretty much, it's pretty much going to be hunting season, man. All right. And that's what, reading that part again, it says, and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. So you see, again, what is this basically going into? Because again, at the end of it all, when it's all said and done, all these rich elites, you know, the so-called Illuminati, the, you know, all those, you know, individuals, because again, you know, when all hell breaks loose, man, again, they're gonna, you know, cower their way out. They're gonna hide in these different bunkers, their space stations, all right, you know, so on and so forth, you know, to again escape the destruction of Yahweh Shem Shai. And when Yahweh Shai shows up, because you know, a lot of them are gonna actually, you know, escape the destruction. You know, when Yahweh Shai shows up, a lot of those elites, all right, you know, all those people, man, they're gonna escape, all right, just to be put into slavery. Because again, this is the hand is talking about. When we go back to Amos chapter 9 and verse 2, it says, though they dig into hell, again, talking about these underground bunkers, you know, so on and so forth. It says, though they dig into hell, then shall mine hand take them. And again, that's going into the elect. Because again, when Yahweh Shai shows up, all right, going back to why I played the, you know, the little clip in the beginning. Because again, they're going to get sought out. All right. You know, when at the end of it all, when Yahweh Shai shows up and he, you know, gets busy and does what he does, all right, he's going to send the elect out to you know, basically gather out all these elites from these different bunkers, these satellite space stations, so on and so forth. All right, they're going to be hunted, you know, and removed, all right, to be brought up into slavery. Because again, the Lord is going to allow these elites to escape the destruction just to be hunted out for, sought out for, to brought into slavery. All right. But reading on, it says, though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. So you see again, all right. And this is why you see stuff like this, you know, Jeff Bezos planning on going to the moon, you know, or not the moon, but, you know, to travel into space. All right. This is why you see things like that, you know, and, you know, over the years, they've been talking about, you know, basically sending people to Mars and stuff like that, you know, establishing civilization on other planets and stuff like that. When, you know, that's just a pigment of Esau's imagination. All right. You know, they're not going to be inhabiting these different planets and stuff like that. You know, that's not going to happen. All right. Here it is. You know, they can't even maintain the earth. Why the hell? You know, you know, the Lord's not going to allow them to you know, to destroy these other planets and whatnot. But reading on, it says, or reading that part again, it says, though they climb up to heaven, that's will I bring them down. So you see, all right, when you hear about these people talking about going into space and stuff like that, you know, they're trying to get the hell out of Dodge. This is what they're trying to, you know, establish. And like I said, for the most part, you know, these elites, they're gonna escape just to be hunted and brought into slavery. But verse 3 says, and though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. So you see, again, no matter where they go, all right, no matter where they try to hide, the Lord's going to, you know, search them out. They're going to be sought out. All right. You know, these different underground bunkers. All right. Like I said, they got shit in the waters, in the oceans. All right. Hiding in the oceans and shit. you know. And when that day comes, hey, they're gonna meet the Leviathan. All right, you know. So again, no matter where they go, man, you can't escape the destruction of Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, but nevertheless, this is what they're trying to do. All right. You get this in Isaiah chapter, because again, you know, Esau knows that, you know, America is going to be destroyed. All right, certain parts of the earth is going to be hit. It's going to be, you know, hit with ICBM missiles. Esau, they know all this. They're prepared for, you know, they're basically prepared for all these things. All right, but little do they know. I'm gonna read this in Isaiah chapter. Matter of fact, let me before I go to Isaiah, I'm gonna go to Job. All right, because even on low levels, you have the lesser wealthy. All right. You know, stocking up. You hear about people how they stock up food and guns. People have food and guns and clothes and all that stuff enough for 6 months to, you know, enough supplies for a year, so on and so forth. And that's on a low level. All right. But they don't know, man, that, you know, because, hey, when all hell breaks loose, they don't even know. These people don't even know that they're basically saving all those supplies for us, man. All right, because, you know, again, when all hell starts breaking loose out here, you know, hey, man, you know, everyone else is dying of famine and stuff like that. The Lord said his servants, they're going to be eating, they're going to be drinking, they're going to be good. All right, you know, and part of that has to do with, again, coming across these abandoned warehouses and bunkers and stuff, you know, with all these supplies and stuff like that. But I'm going to get this in Job chapter 27 and verse 16. It says, though he heap up silver as the dust and prepare raiment as the clay, he prepare it, but the just shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver. So you see, all right, again, you know, they heap up all this wealth, you know, like I said, food, supplies, enough stuff to last them. Some people, they hoard up enough stuff to last them for years. You know, people hoard up things to, you know, for because, again, for the most part, you know, you do have a handful of people, they know that there's going to be a nuclear fallout. People, you know, some people know this, all right, and they you know, catch themselves so-called preparing for it, all right, but they don't know they're saving all that up, you know, like I said, for us, because like I said, here it said the just shall put it on, all right, and the innocent shall divide the silver. And who is that going into? Again, the elect, all right, because we're the poor, man, all right, you know, we're the meek, we're the humble, you know, so on and so forth. So again, they don't even know that they're stocking all that stuff up for the elect. All right. But reading this in Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 19, it says, the earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. And again, this is going into, at the end of it all, when the House Shai shows up, which is going to take place in the midst of World War III, and nuclear missiles are being shot forth throughout the four corners of the earth. All right. It says, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. Again, you know, just going, because, hey, when this destruction comes, it's going to be one hell of an event, and so much that the earth is going to be rocking to and fro like a drunkard. All right, and again, the elites of this world, they know this is going to happen. So this is why they have all these bunkers, these satellite space stations. They're talking about sending people to Mars, so on and so forth. All right, this is what they're preparing for. But when you read in verse 21, it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Yahweh shall punish the host of the high ones. All right, the so-called Luciferians, the so-called Illuminati. All right, you know, whatever they're called, you know, whatever you want to call them nowadays. All right, it says that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. All right, it says, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited. So you see, again, because for the most part, Yahweh Shem Shai is going to allow them to escape the destruction, only to be hunted and sought out for by the hand of Yahweh Shem Shai, which is the elect. All right, the Lord is going to send the elect out to hunt these elites in their different bunkers and satellite space stations and so on and so forth. The Lord's going to hunt, send the men of the Lord out to hunt for them and gather them up, just to be brought into slavery. All right, And I'm gonna go to this in Ezekiel chapter 39. You know, because again, hey, when that day comes, all right, the day of Yahweh Shemel Shah, when Yahweh shows up, man, there's gonna be a lot of killing. All right, a lot of people are gonna die. There's gonna be a lot of dead bodies. All right, you know, and hey, put it to you like this: I'm not touching no dead body. Lord's will, I be of the elect, you know, and I be one of those men. I'm not touching none of those dead bodies because someone's gonna have to clean it up. All right, none of the men of the Lord are gonna have to lift a finger when it comes to, you know, killing all these dead bodies and whatnot. Slakia, when it comes to cleaning up these dead bodies and whatnot. All right, the men of the Lord, man, they're not gonna have to lift a finger. All right, and that's why these elites, again, they're gonna be preserved for that. That's their, when you read this in Ezekiel chapter 39. Ezekiel chapter 39 and verse 14, it says, and they shall sever out men of continual employment, passing through the land, to bury with the passengers those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it after the end of 7 months shall they search. So you see, all right, again, because, you know, the elites hiding these different bunkers and whatnot, they're going to be preserved, again, just to be sought out. All right, they're going to get sought out. All right, what do you call it? Basically, you know, gathered up in basically holding cells, you know, prison cells for a time period. All right, you know, and then again, you know, that continual employment. Let me read that again. All right, verse 14, Ezekiel 39 and 14. It says, and they shall sever out men of continual employment. All right, basically slavery. It says, passing through the land, to bury with the passengers those that remain upon the face of the earth. Because there's going to be so many dead bodies. Like I said, after this destruction, you know, the Lord's going to be doing so much killing. All right, there's going to be a lot of dead bodies all over the place, man. And who's going to be, you know, who's going to do the cleaning? All right, these elites, man. All right, so that's why, again, the Lord's going to allow these elites to escape destruction, just to be sought out for, just to be, you know, put into slavery. But reading on, it says, those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it. All right. After the end of 7 months shall they search. So you see, all right. And again, that's why Yahweh Shemel Shai has allowed these elites to, you know, build these, you know, make all these bunkers and whatnot. And again, allow them to escape the destruction just for continual employment, just to go into slavery. All right. So, you know, again, that's what these, you know, when you see stuff like this, man, this is what's being prepared, man. All right. You know, but again, you know, you're not going to be able to escape the destruction of Yahweh Shemel Shai. You're not going to be able to escape his wrath. None of us can escape judgment. All right. So, hey, man, you know, this is, you know, this is what it is. This is what's written according to the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right. You know, they will be preserved. They will escape the destruction just to be brought into slavery. All right. You know, so again, you know, like my man said, you know, no matter where you are, man, we're going to find you, man. We're going to get you, you know. So with that, giving all credit to Yahweh Shemel Shai, the honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Yahweh Shemel Shai, Brakathum, to the hopefully elect. And amen, it's almost hunting season, you know. So with that, until next time, Lord's will, I say shalom.